Anything at all? Prices shooting up all over the show. General.
Well, it's just like right now, isn't it? Like, things are expensive. But I think I remember, like, so the book was written in 2019. I was 18. I was working at a laser tag venue in Christchurch. And I wrote this whole book during my 15-minute breaks on that job. So the interaction between capital and art was something that was really on my brain for that. Which I guess that some of you might be like, how the hell are you able to do this show? We got funding from Auckland Pride, so I guess now is as good a time as any to thank Auckland Pride for their funding. Our producer is over there. Matt helped on the show a little bit. We have some volunteers tonight. Yeah! Woo! Prices shooting all over the place! Okay. Yeah, all good.
Yeah. Thanks. But you're doing the math, so I'll give it to you this time.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Fuck, I'm gonna sit down. Fucking hear that.
No, I mean right now.
No.
Like before the next bit happens, not like, yeah. There might be a bit of waiting if you're here for the whole 6 minutes.
Oh, don't forget we're waiting too.
Yeah. Also, don't stress about it.
We're up here.
Yeah, don't worry, it's not going to be that long.
Right.
Yeah.
It's gonna go like this. Right. I don't need it.
That was weird timing because
But you know one's done this before. You ever seen this before? Y'all ever seen this? Okay.
Come on, rats in the gutter right now.
They're getting longer.
Yeah.
I'm primarily dysmorphic rather than realistic about my body and a lot.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't really feel that way anymore. The form of this book is like kind of like confessional cursed diary entries, and I was trying to like adapt the Texas Chainsaw Massacre shot by shot and project like all of horror history into it, and then also read the film back into my own life. And what's really weird about like the whole horror genre, even like early examples of slashes like this, is that they deal with kind of like archetypal body images. And what's really weird about horror is that if you watch it like, I don't know, correctly or like on the side of the horror filmmaker, I guess, you kind of want to be identifying with both the monster and the hero. And so there's this very strange kind of like approach to bodies in the genre where sometimes bodies that are traditionally othered become accepted, but at other times bodies that are traditional become othered, and that's a kind of complex interplay. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm not sold.
Can you put it into one sentence?
The horror genre has interesting views on bodies. Hello. Hi, welcome. Come and sit down. Things are going to get weird like soon. They might already be weird for you.
Everyone's got their own bloody, like, weird spectrum, eh?
5:30.
Alright, well,
Good.
just keep an eye, and if you need.
What
You need.
is an account of the tragedy which befell me with 5 youths in the particular, Sally Hardesty and her invalid brother Franklin. It is all the more tragic in that they were young. But had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon drive became a nightmare. The events of that day were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The film that you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths, in particular Sally Hardesty and her invalid brother Franklin. It is all the more tragic in that they were young. But had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon drive.
After some poking around, one of the dads smashed a hole in it.
It's kind of interesting that it's like printed out feet right now, when like those of you who've been here since 5 know we're in the section that's kind of like feet focused. I'm just gonna grab this, is that okay? Can you reread it to me?
In particular,
so you give me a second just to hear the pace of
and
this.
her invalid brother Franklin.
Feet, after some poking around, one of the dads smashed a hole in.
Had they lived very, very long lives,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre is a current idea based around like family ideas. There's like a kind of like toxic masculinity coursing through the film. 2 generations of fathers. There's the father of the slaughterhouse, with the grandfather who is effectively a corpse that is like reanimated and alive. And I was interested in what happened in the case. I projected this image of violent father back into my own life. I don't have a violent father at all, and so I'm kind of fascinated by what happens.
The film that you are about to see is an account of the tragedy which befell a group of 5 youths, in particular Sally Hardesty and her invalid brother Franklin. It is all the more tragic in that they were young. But had they lived very, very long lives, they could not have expected, nor would they have wished to see as much of the mad and macabre as they were to see that day. For them, an idyllic summer afternoon drive became a nightmare. The events of that day were to lead to the discovery of one of the most bizarre crimes in the annals of American history, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Because of the coke and bearing your perfect flesh to the world and listening.
I'm going to be bearing my flesh to the world in a moment. That's true. Leave before like 6:30 if you are not okay with nudity. But there was a lot of coke and like cannabis and shit on the set of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It was made for like $10,000, and Toby Hooper, the director, wanted it to be like a PG-rated film. Like he thought it was going to be chill and all good for like kids and stuff. And it actually genuinely one of the most horrifying things that you've ever seen in your entire life. He was real poor. He made it for like 10 grand New Zealand bucks, which like, that's cheap for a movie if you didn't know. But he mostly paid like cast and crew in cannabis and like coke and shit. So it maybe explains like the atmosphere of that movie. We made this show completely sober, but if it seems like we were high, it's because we're just extracting what we can from the vibe.
You're not high.
Yeah.
What we're saying, we're not, definitely not.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You've got just under 5 minutes.
Also, if anyone needs to like go get water and stuff during the show, like just do it. It's
really work. The dead bodies want to get familiar, too familiar.
The problem with the horror genre for a lot of people is that the genre literally doesn't function the way it's supposed to. You know who's going to die before they die. But that's not a problem, you're supposed to.
I'll stand for a bit.
Yeah. Equality.
yeah. Balance for the Libras.
What is star sign you?
Here we go.
Can we do a star sign sample this fact?
Sample. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like within your bit. I feel like it's.
If I can,
If you can find it, right?
like in the next bit or.
Like the big sample.
Okay.
You know.
No pressure.
No.
I just have to guess out of 74 buttons which one's the star sign one, and if I don't press it, you're gonna be like.
No, it's all good. If it's wrong, it's
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, I mean, like you're out of the show.
You're fired. And I think people get fired. It's just something that happens in theatre and film.
Has anyone here been fired before? Not that you would have.
No, you can't get fired in New Zealand.
You can.
Nah.
Yes, we can. You can't just
Nah, we're too
you can't just
sure.
sit here and scream this information.
Oh, shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. I am not spreading this information.
We got one.
I'm gonna get cancelled.
We got Matt to change the programming on the receipt printer so that after the first loop we have no idea when they're going to print, so we could be here a while. But no, like not much longer probably. I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. Hi, welcome. I think there's like a free beanbag somewhere, but okay, cool. Yeah, cool. Enjoy. Yeah.
Enjoy. Just do it.
Shit.
Here we go. 4, 8, 3, 5, 4, 9, 1, 9, $99, $277.45. Wait, there's cents in there. 5th of December 2019. Visa purchase book deposito card number 4835.
Yeah, sweet. I'm going to explain it basically just for Zeta, but I think everyone heard it before. I wrote this book while I was working at a laser strike venue, and one of the things that I was interested about, and it was like the interplay between like commerce and capitalism and what it means to make art. So this book was written like entirely on break, so I had that job. And so one of the things I wanted to include throughout the book as kind of like a formal device was like a full transaction list of like bank transactions over the duration of when the book was written. And they just pop up kind of randomly throughout the work. So that's what that is. That's what you just read.
What? When I read it, I was like, well, random, because it's just a bunch of numbers, or like whatever. And like, do you not care that it's like part of, like, is it more processed and no one would like get that that's why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
What was I up to? I don't remember. Collapsed today. A bunch of teenagers nearly running you over. Luckily taking a sharp right to search for a gas station instead. It seems like the armadillo is lying on beetroot. Maybe you have hemorrhoids. The van door opens. Sabotage. It's odd. The windows are already open and the sky seems welcoming. This is how you said you imagine Texas in our dreams. I said you were wrong and this movie is why. You said it sounded phony, like some Foley artist version of the industrial frontier, and I said that's why I liked it. Neither of us have ever been unable to identify the body to America, so we can't know if this object was artifice or not. You said, believe me, the states are more fucked up than that movie. A white pirate pulls a plank out of the van for the prisoner to walk across. We both imagine we know facts about the Vietnam War, and maybe we do know the facts, the ones we've read about at least. A red symbol of industry floats past in the background as a second plank appears from nowhere. The white pirate is not a pirate after all, he is a cowboy. I think about how shitty being alive is. I would like to die of cancer or oncoming traffic, maybe getting forced into the military and dying a hero's death would be a way to go. I could never bring myself to open my own skin. The police verdict cowboy disappears. Someone neither of us can recognize shows up. He is the hero. He rolls rather than walks the plank. If we were good people, we would feel bad for him. One of the plants looks like harakeke, but it's not a New Zealand movie. Even our own texts don't acknowledge our heritage. Our artists care too much about plants. You are crying. I think Susie Bannion escaped the witch's coven just the same way. A little girl with no clue where she is going. It's a jar of malt or golden syrup, empty of course. The hero nods. He's going to piss in it. The government's involved. His fly seems to struggle and the flies hang around. Sweat slips around his young couple in Dallas today face. From behind and below, it seems like you could see his cock. If you're a vegetarian, this movie makes sense already. There are so many pedos who love me, I'm shocked I haven't been murdered yet. I'll be fine if I die. Sorry about that, folks. It's going to continue along this lens for a while. Welcome. Come find a seat wherever.
Jan.
Can we maybe find some more chairs in a moment? Yeah, sorry, carry on.
Jan 2020 visa.
Oh my god, it's one of these again.
That's what I thought, but I don't want to say it.
No, look, you read it and then I'll just keep reading it.
Jan 2020 visa, whole pack and save. I wonder if that's Rickerton.
Yeah, Westfield Rickett.
$6.78, $182.37. 8th of June 2020, visa hold Kmart, woo, NZ.
I'm not going to explain that. You'll get the idea of your video for like 3 minutes. I'll be fine if you die. The cowboy checks out the hero's cock and a red hillbilly vehicle screams towards us. His blue shirt is a diva blue, the perspiration. It spits smoke into the sky. For the first time we see a woman. She has a magical aura, and as the hillbilly passes, something goes flying. The sky turns grey. The cowboy spins like Nureyev. Our hero cries out because his legs fall out from under him. He's rolling. Someone's wife has eyebrows creased to the nth degree, but it's not the first woman we've seen. Franklin rolls. Someone in front of us whispers this is propaganda. Some kind of noise to rival Cuba, rival Niue. That's why it's real artistry, not just pretense. This is lingua franca. An intersection between how everybody sees the map and how the map sees itself. Outstrips any Western. Your death will be propaganda. It would prove there's no intersection when it comes to you. How you see yourself and how others do is poles apart. I would not enjoy massacring you. This movie taught me a few great things about you, and the fact you don't like it is only proving me right. That's suicide in itself. The grass turns deep blue. The cock crows. Your cock creases up to me in your pants. An empty vehicle and a torn shirt are supposed to tell us something about leaving your friends behind. Yours is a slasher movie house. This heat is just driving me crazy. The cowboy's hand masks his mouth. Of course he can't speak. We finally see the retrogradation driver dressed in disco clothes to get drunk off the heat. Is, in that respect, evil. It's election day, but we're punk teens on a road trip and we're not paying attention. Saturn's a bad influence. You need to shave. My chin skin is chafing all over the place. No. The car spins past a graveyard. Grave 1, woman with red shirt and blue jeans. Grave 2, Black jeans and no belt and white chicken and tucked in shirt. Grade 3. Orange woman, an elderly lady, and scarecrow with handbag in hand. Your hand is not in my hand, but it's the movie though. We keep scrolling past a woman holding a baby who might be naked justifiably. There's a dusty brown beer bottle lying on the grass, similar to the one we stole from that great 21st birthday party, but another country jock picked this one up looking upside down, like the guy whose cock you sucked twice then forgot about because you were so depressed you were out of your mind. My granddaddy's buried here. My granddaddy owned the cinema we're sitting in before he died. Wanted to sell it, but that didn't work out too well. No one wanted to cash out on an industry he was trying to cash in on. That's the sheriff dribbling all over his breath with fake and eye and suntan. The hero's still in the car, but no one has lowered the planks to make him walk over. What a shame. We know he's a good man because he's not drinking, even though everyone else is. Hell, we haven't even seen him look for a body, even though things happen. I see things. Peer pressure would say yes, go there, yes, go there, yes. You laugh, old man. The woman has silently found granddaddy. You pick open a kernel of corn as a pop. I just need this shit. Oh, it actually counts. Everything dug up is avant-garde.
Of divine intervention, they keep coming and wouldn't stop. The body was a body somebody was turning into.
The end of that sentence is the body was a body somebody was turning into a story, and that